Hello, I'm Daniel from the Southwest Florida Real Estate Channel. This is going to be a video about encumbrances. So just term definition, what encumbrances mean, it means encumbered. It means you've got real estate that's encumbered in some way. If you imagine that real estate, your ownership is this bundle of rights. People think that you just get a key. Well, you don't just get a key. The reason you get the key is because you've got the right of possession. People think you get a house. Well, you don't get a house. What you get is that's an improvement, and you've got the right to improve your real estate. So that would be a house and a fence and whatever. So think about this bundle of rights. This bundle of rights comes, the basic form is you've got something called disposition, meaning the right to sell it and keep it, use, you've got possession, and then you've got the fourth basic right is exclusion. But actually there's lots and lots of rights. So an encumbrance, what it means is somebody who's not the title the title holder has a right. One of the sticks out of the bundle of rights. So, and one example of an encumbrance is a mortgage. If you sign a mortgage contract, you're taking a stick out of your bundle of rights and transferring it over to a lender in exchange for cash. Another example is an easement. So there's different types of easements. If your neighbor's got the legal right to use your property to get in and get out of their property, that's called an easement. Sometimes a utility company has an easement, which is a different type of easement. So these are all encumbrances. The issues related to encumbrances are really pretty simple. You want to find out what encumbrances exist on a property before you purchase it. A great way to do that is to get a copy of an abstract, or if you're in a county where they don't use abstracts, then you use a recorded document of some type. That would be down at the county recorder's office. That abstract has got to be updated, and that update could be done by an attorney or by a title company. And the update is to imagine that the abstract is like a Bible to the real estate, and then what we do is we add a chapter for the current owner. So if they've owned it for 5 years, they go do a search looking for encumbrances and other things that have popped up since that property has been owned by that person who's now selling. And so encumbrances, when you sign a purchase contract, it's going to state in there that the seller is going to tell you of any encumbrances that they know of. The reason the contract says that is because you need to have the seller be in violation of that language if, for example, you've got mechanics liens that are both unrecorded and also unpaid. So, for example, let's say that what you want to do is you want to buy a property because it's a beautiful new deck on the back side. Well, in the state of Florida, a mechanics lien does not have to be recorded for 90 days after last completion. And so what that means is that a contractor's got 90 days, 3 months, in which to figure out that they're not going to be paid. And then they've got an additional year to take action after that interest is recorded at the county, which means that, if you're buying a property because it's got a beautiful new deck on it, and you go to the seller, you say, when was this built? And they say 2 weeks ago. You might have a mechanics lien against that property that still hasn't been recorded yet because you're within that 90 days. And so what you do is you've got a purchase and sale contract that says, hey, this seller's promising to tell you of any unrecorded mechanics liens or any unrecorded mortgages or any other encumbrances that are on the property that the seller knows about. So, of course, what that means is if it turns out in retrospect that those things did exist, that they would be in violation of that contract and you'd be able to take legal action. So that's the basics of encumbrances. If we don't know what all the encumbrances are, that becomes what's called a cloud on title. A cloud on title is where a title company or an attorney has some question as to the marketability of the title because they can't find where an interest is being held. Obviously, it's great to not have cloud on title issues. One solution to that is to have the seller sign a quitclaim deed, which is a deed where the seller says, I own it, but I'm making no promises when I sell it. Another solution is to buy an extended title coverage policy when you purchase your real estate.